Okay, I think we are live now. So I will start. Welcome. As promised, we meet for another live with Kamila. I can see some of you are appearing. Hello, Kamila. I'll let you in a moment. Hello, Magda. Nice to see you. Yasmin, thank you for joining us. Buki Bell, thank you for being here. And so I just wanted to kind of explain what's happening here. So me and Kamila had our live a couple of weeks ago, but that was in our mother tongue in Polish. And today we're meeting for mainly with our English viewers, English speaking viewers in mind, who missed out on our last live. So welcome everyone, everyone's welcome. And just to explain what we're doing and what my story with Dare to Speak, how it began. So I have been on my self-discovery and self-transformation journey in recent time, as some of you might know. And I've kind of discovered in me, as I have learned things about myself, so as I have discovered things in me that didn't quite align, and everything I've learned, I kind of discovered that I want to pass on and I want to help others on their self-discovery journey. So long story short, I did a couple of coaching courses as I decided to become a life coach and use this mean as helping others. So I did a couple of coaching courses, and on those I kind of came to me that the main thing that at the moment, or back then, which was a couple of months ago, I was struggling with was my ability to, my struggle with public speaking. And so the coaching sessions helped a lot. And then Kamila appeared as well, just at exactly the right time when I needed her. So me and Kamila know each other since we were children. We were neighbors, we were good friends as little children, we played together. So I have lots of happy memories with Kamila. And then as we became teenagers, we kind of went separate ways, lost contact. And just recently, we got in touch again through social media. So we realized that through our social media posts and presence, we realized that we're actually very alike, kindred spirits, so to speak. And yeah, we got in touch, and Kamila got in touch with me, and she suggested or offered a place on her program, Dare to Speak. And it turned out to be the best thing at the best time for me. So I want to invite Kamila to join us now so she can introduce herself. And while Camila's getting ready, hopefully I'll let her in. I'll say hello, Kenya. Hello, Grant. There you are, Kamila.
Here I am. Hello, everyone.
Hello. Hello,
Hello.
Tomek as well. So, Kamila, lovely to have you here with
Thank
us.
you for having me. I'm
Yes.
honored. And thank you for the kind words and introduction that you gave over here. I mean, wow.
Wow. Not enough yet. The praise is still to come. But yeah, thank you for joining me in the first live hosted by me, because obviously the last live was hosted by you, so it's a little bit different for me this time. But I'm enjoying it and I'm loving having you here. And if you could kindly introduce yourself, I think we have quite a few viewers here, and tell us about your lovely program.
Yeah, I would love to do that. So I'm Kamila, and I'm based out of Poland. And like you lovely mentioned, we know each other from childhood. And I'm the owner of the channel Dare to Speak. And this is where I teach people how to feel safe with public speaking. And the reason I established this channel is because I discovered and learned this methodology that is called relational presence. And this was, to be completely honest, a game changer for me, because I had such a deep public speaking anxiety. Oh my God. If I take myself back to those times, I was trying, everything. I was trying practice. I was trying those, train the trainer courses. I was trying therapy, hypnosis, working with my shadows, with my inner child. I was doing everything that was out there until I found relational presence, and I learned that I was doing this the wrong way all the time, because I was going at my public speaking anxiety from the place of, trying to reject it, trying to cut it off from my body and from my existence. And what you need to do is the exact opposite. You need to embrace it, take it in, let it be expressed in certain ways. Of course, in a place of safety to be best. Yeah, so I found my tribe, I found my teacher, and now, I want to spread the word, and I want to teach others, because I know that there is a lot of stigma and taboo around this topic.
Yeah.
And I want to create a space for people to feel safe to join and to let their public speaking anxiety transform into authenticity, into their power, into their inner secret source of luminous presence with others.
Beautiful.
that's,
Beautiful.
that's my mission. And yeah, I mean, it doesn't mean that I'm fixed or that I'm not nervous right now, because of course I am, right? Because that's us human beings showing up to meet other human being, and sometimes it's scary, and you just need to say to yourself, okay, it's fine. I can hold it in. I can be with that emotion. I can be with that phenomenon. It is safe for me actually to contain everything that is arising in my body. So, and it takes time. It's a process. It's not a one-time, fix. It's not a magical solution overnight or something. But I can assure you that it does work. It does work if you
And
commit to it.
and I can assure everyone it does work as well. So, first of all, just love listening to you. Your voice just soothes, and that's exactly right. This is exactly why I thought your program did for me. And it's all about that safe space, isn't it? So I just want it to be, just going with what you said, I just want it to be a little bit vulnerable here now, and authentic and honest, and just say that, yes, I am nervous. And I was sitting with this nervousness for about an hour before I started live, and I was exploring it.
Mm.
and that was, all the techniques that I learned on your program. So I was exploring it, how it kind of how it feels in my body, and I was holding it. So right now I can tell I'm sitting here and I'm holding myself. So like you said, it's not a quick fix. It's not that I am healed and I've done Camila's program and I am healed. It's not that. If you're after that, that's not what it's going to do for you. What it does for you is it makes you realize that everything you go through, everything you experience, everything you feel is okay,
Yeah.
right? And you are more than capable to hold yourself and to give yourself that safety. Because obviously you created the safety for us, but you taught us through that how to hold that space for ourselves, which is a life skill, right?
Thank you for saying that.
And thank you for sharing. So before we talk about before we dive deep into the program, just to go on exactly that, the energy, the feeling that the program brings. So if Dare to Speak was an energy or a feeling,
Yeah.
what do you think? How would you describe it?
The first thing that came right now into my mind, to be completely honest and to be spontaneous and to allow whatever actually comes to my mind before I speak is the presence, actually. The feeling of presence, the feeling of connection and belonging with everybody else. Because there is this level of connectedness that is so uniform for all of us human beings. And we can actually land there together and speak from that very place with each other and be with ourselves in that beautiful presence, sometimes without words, sometimes in silence, taking those breaths into your sanctuary of being at the bottom of your breath, where you can hang a little bit with yourself and feel the shared presence of the group. So yeah, definitely presence, feeling of expansion, feeling
Yes.
of transformation, freedom, and definitely connection and belonging, which is so soothing for our nervous system. This is where you produce oxytocin, serotonin, all of the positive, maybe even dopamine, all of the positive, hormones that
Happy
actually
hormones.
support your learning process. Because what we are doing here, we are creating new neural pathways in your brain and your muscle memory for being okay in this event of speaking, being heard, being seen by everybody else. So you really transform in the experience. It's not a theory. It's not a cognitive um, approach or cognitive event of thinking about something or reframing or um,
Yes.
learning from the book, if you will. It's the true experience that is happening.
Yeah, exactly. So like you said, I think our brain naturally wants to make sense of things. So it wants to translate things to us constantly and give it meaning and make sense of things. But with, I think presence is, it's a perfect word, is it's exactly that. It's allowing yourself in being with yourself, being in the quiet moment, even in the breath, without attaching meaning to it, without having to translate it into anything. So that's beautiful. Thank you so much for that. I wanted to ask you as well, just so we can get to know you a little bit better, although you touched on it a little bit. But what would you say your own relationship with speaking was? Because you said you used to struggle, right? And so speaking and being seen, what was your own relationship with that before Dare to Speak? And how did your own self-discovery shape the way you guide others now?
Oh yes, it's such a deep question, and I mean, from a very high level, I would say that my public speaking anxiety is the little, grain of sand that goes into oyster and becomes a pearl. So that's something that was, eating me inside. It was bothering me because I think inside of me I had this feeling that I had something valuable to say, that I want to share my ideas, and that I am smart, knowledgeable, and yet when the speaking and people in front of me came, I had this, kind of, impeded energy. It was something was off, and it was bothering me so much to the point that it became my spiritual practice now with Dare to Speak and the sessions that we are doing. And I think it all started before public speaking, because it relates a lot to the self-talk that I had with myself. And basically, I would say how I arrived to this world being very sensitive little girl who maybe had higher needs in being welcomed in the way I was. And because maybe the positive mirroring and gazing from my beloved wasn't deep enough, or maybe wasn't nourishing enough, I had to discover it for myself. I had to discover it in my own self to give it back to me, to give it back to this little girl who needed to be welcomed in her authenticity, where she made some trade-offs, right, to be in this world with the circumstance that she arrived to. Yeah, so I think it was deeper and sooner than even speaking started. And now thinking about it, I have this reflection that I'm kind of grateful for that, because that is giving me a lot of purpose now, because I'm discovering in myself that I can really, hold the space for everybody else, for those, little groups, and that it makes me grow. It is giving me back times 10, Then the energy that I invest, it is like multiplying and going to the universe as if we are a big beam of light together in this group. And that is giving me a lot of joy. So sometimes those bittersweet moments are turning points for our transformation and awakening in a sense. So yeah, that's something that will be in me my whole life, and that's part of my personality and part of who I am.
Absolutely. And everything you said there, it just resonates so much. And I'm sure it's not just me. I'm sure it resonates with a lot of people. it's like you you feel like you have something like you want to share, and you know how valuable it is, and you know, and especially when you discover your purpose, when you know it's your purpose, and you want to share your purpose because you know that's exactly what you're here to do, and then you go out there and you hit a wall,
Yeah.
and your old self comes screaming back saying, oh, you're not ready, you can't do this. And yeah, and I think, well, possibly it could be why we connected so much with each other, because I remember as little young children we connected on a level. Obviously we didn't know that then, but just looking back, I think we were both quite sensitive souls, and we still are, and I think that's why we just found that connection, and we resonate with each
Yeah.
other's stories. So that's beautiful. That's beautiful. I'm learning so much from you, honestly. So I just want to delve, I'm just looking, being conscious of the time. I want to delve a little bit deeper into the essence of your beautiful baby, Dare to Speak. So obviously when, you invite people to join your program, you have some kind of hopes for them in mind, something that you're hoping they would achieve or gain from being in your program. So what do you think, what kind of transformation do you hope your, whoever joins, what kind of transformation would you hope they would go through beyond, that goes beyond speaking? Because obviously you want them to gain the confidence in public speaking, but something that goes beyond that, what is it, do you
Yeah.
think?
I think we are all somewhere in between, you know, fear, being totally scared of public speaking, and, feeling enjoyment. And I think all of us can join in that one meeting. And if anybody moves just one step towards the enjoyment, starting, from whatever they are in the journey, I'm really more than happy with that. I don't really have expectations because people are so different, and you don't really know how much they struggle and what is actually beneath the surface. So sometimes, it's hard to see that they are really making huge progress, because it's sometimes maybe those two breaths that you will take and cherish them with the others. And for me, the results that I really appreciated with relational presence was how I started to feel before I had a speaking opportunity or speaking event, is how calm I felt before. I started to feel calm, as opposed to how I felt before. I was going into freaking out mode even 1 week before, which totally was hijacking my ability to do any other work, to connect with my beloveds, to even prepare content wise, right? So I really appreciate something that might be, for somebody else, might be even not noticeable, right? Because maybe they don't really struggle with that. I struggled. It was not only how I was shaking inside, how I was not capable to manage, the adrenaline surges. It was also those moments before, like the minute I knew I would be speaking, I was already choking and shrinking inside of me. And now, slowly, you feel like you're transforming towards maybe not enjoyment. Maybe I'm not a Steve Jobs and I don't do any conferences, but I'm feeling okay. I feel excitement now. I feel those butterflies in my stomach. That feels motivating. I feel like my energy rises. I love to prepare. I love to have a reflection before. I don't need to fixate and prepare like a, mad person and memorize every line that I want to say. Instead, I allow myself to be present with myself, with the person I'm speaking with, and just, allowing for the words to flow. So, wherever you are in the journey, you can observe those little moments. And I think the secret sauce for all of that is to have that kind regard towards yourself and towards others. And sometimes that's enough.
Yeah. Oh, beautiful. So there's sometimes it's enough to basically just see what comes up, right? So this is what's happened to me. I think that's, you may have yourself, or you may have some hopes for others, or they may have some hopes for themselves, but it's so important to just, that's what you soon learn, that to allow yourself to just sit there and see what comes up, right? Which is exactly what I'm doing right now. I have a little script, right? But I don't want to be attached to the script. I don't want to, I don't want to rely on what I previously planned I was going to get out of this. I want to see where it takes us, and I want to see what I discover about myself while talking to you. And for me, the biggest one was, I think, the silence, which I always used to find really uncomfortable. I didn't even give it that much thought before, but the more I think about it, and I started thinking about it on your program actually, because that's one of the first things you introduce is to allow yourself to just be in silence. And I think it was that allowing yourself that just gives you that freedom, and you realize, oh my goodness, I just never allow myself to do that. I always feel like, oh, I have to say this next bit because I'm making people uncomfortable. And so but it's all to do with the presence, right? And being aware of your own body. So what do you think, how do you think the presence and the awareness, the embodiment, what role are they playing in confidence? Because I think it's a pretty huge one, right?
I mean, it's the source of your confidence, right? I would describe it like that. But you need to be in touch with it. And what you said about silence, when we tend to rush to say the next bit, I think a lot of times stems from the fact that we don't want to be in touch with ourselves, with our presence, with the emotions. And this is where we are very much on the surface level, which is not confidence. The confidence is, this root that goes deep down to the to the center of earth, right? This is where we are coming from to some degree. And the confidence in the Dare to Speak sessions are, are by design the essence of what is happening, because you meet in the presence of others. You allow yourself for being seen and heard. You allow yourself to receive other people's listening you do the, soft gaze. You are with one person at a time, and you also receive something that is very precious. You receive the essence appreciation. This is part of the session, and the essence appreciation is also something that is helping you to root your confidence within your own self. So we are kind of, flipping the script from external validation to turn actually inwards and find that anchor inside of your own self on a level that is very much mutual for all of us. So when we don't give ourselves feedback or performance, pinpoints or whatever. We refer to the quality of your presence that resonated with us. Wow. And it's not about what I said. It's not how I said it. It's who I am, right?
Yeah.
So it's who I am what matters. This is my confidence. If who I am matters, that I can bring all of myself to the table.
And trust it, right?
Allow myself to breathe, to pause, to gaze, to
Yeah.
listen.
This is me. Yeah.
Take it or leave it,
Take it
right?
or leave it. That's it. I mean, I love it. Oh, thank you for that. Yeah, it's that trust, isn't it? It's learning to trust yourself, because we don't realize the conflict, or many different conflicts, that are going on within us until we learn to observe it, be aware of it, and actually resolve it in a very kind and nurturing way, which is what Dare to Speak, I believe, is about. So you place a lot of emphasis on that nurturing kindness towards your own self, towards your own body, right? And we learn to create like a judgment-free space for ourselves. And I'm sure you will agree that's essential for confidence, that trust. You can't be confident without that trust within yourself, right?
Yeah. The
Exactly.
trust and judgment free skill we actually learn in experience as well, because in the Dare to Speak session, everybody needs to be a steady container for the other person, because everybody is instructed to be available with their listening eyes, with the soft gaze of kind regard, how we call it, and not react to what was said by the other person. We don't allow for crosstalks, and that's to kind of mimic the adult, mature figure that maybe you missed when you were a child, that could be a safe container for you for whatever emotion you had, just a steady person receiving yourself, not judging, not reacting, not rushing with solutions, right? We learn for each other that everybody is that container for yourself. So even by being that person for somebody else, you learn that it's safe, and
Yeah.
you learn to anticipate being welcome to the space. This is like a feedback loop. You cannot really do that in isolation.
Yeah.
If you learn how to listen to somebody with that receptivity, with those curious, luminous eyes, to give them attention and that steadiness, if you give it to somebody else, I bet you will feel more confident next time you speak.
It's like, I remember, for me, it felt like, it was something new. with the eyes, and something we have to remember, and I struggled with remembering about that.
It takes time.
Exactly. But eventually I've really enjoyed it, and it was like looking in the camera, and it was like with your eyes telling the other person, I'm here, I'm listening, I don't have to say anything, I don't have to,
You don't have to
reassure
fix
you.
that moment for somebody else, right? You can
Exactly.
allow for it to unfold and to be as it is.
That's
And
exactly right. And another thing for me was actually, because we did it through Zoom, it was really beneficial to kind of be able to see yourself, and it's like you're sitting with yourself essentially, even though you have other people around you. But I really enjoyed where I never used to, I hated seeing myself, through the camera lens, hearing my own voice and things like that. But I really enjoyed it, just sitting there and just looking at myself as I speak. And what I really enjoyed about it was the lack of performance,
yes,
because often when I watch myself back, when I record myself for whatever reason, watch myself back, I notice the performance, and I realize this is what I hate. So it's not me that I don't like, it's the performance.
yeah.
So I really enjoyed that, being in, and even sitting in silence and seeing myself sometimes feeling uncomfortable, but I enjoyed that uncomfortableness, if that's a word, right?
Yeah.
I'm aware of the time, and I think we're going to go over, if you don't mind, because I think the conversation is flowing nicely, and I just want
I
to
agree.
continue for now, if you're not
Yeah.
in a rush. Right. Um, so we talked a lot about presence, being in the present, trusting yourself. I want to talk a little bit about alignment and authenticity as
Mm.
well. Uh, so, in my own experience with Dare to Speak, there's a sense of what I got from it is was a huge sense of freedom,
Mm.
um, in and connection, when allowing myself to speak from the alignment. What I was just talking about is just that, watching yourself, being your true self rather than trying to be someone else and performing. So, how do you think Dare to Speak supports people in discovering who they truly are? So, this is, I'm kind of now navigating towards TrueSelf Reframed, which is what I'm about, this is what I support people with. So, who they truly are and not who they think they should be, because that's what, this is what a lot of us have been conditioned to do. You were always told at home, in school, in your environment, you should be like this, you should behave like that, you should do this, you should do that. And this is kind of what we try and do now to fit in, right? So how does Dare to Speak support the true self to come to the surface?
Think a lot of about Dare to Speak's been said. How because by design, I think my feeling is that by design it supports your discovery, your transformation, and coming to terms with all of your layers. And one of the aspects is actually what we just said about not allowing for crosstalks, because once you are in a conversation where constantly somebody's reacting or trying to fix you or trying to come with a solution to what you just said, you're going to learn to filter yourself, because you will get addicted to approval, validation, good reaction, or you will try to please them. Here at Dare to Speak, everybody's here for you, to receive you at whatever stage and however you are at the moment. So it's by design. It's what you're supposed to do. Come here, not filter yourself, have a breath, allow yourself for silence, and speak only when the words come to you. So I think, like I said, by design, if you wait in a mindful moment a little bit for those words to arise, I think most of times this is something authentic that will come out of you, that you will share with the group, that is receptive, supportive, accepting, and that's how you learn. And I remember at the beginning of our conversation, you said that our mind and that our brain tends to tell us many different things that are not necessarily true. And what we are learning in Dare to Speak is the muscle memory, like I said. So even if your mind will be giving you, a negative talk, because it will constantly fall back to its old patterns, but you will have that muscle memory. Your body is smarter than your mind. It will
Yeah.
remember it was safe. So you might have that, moment of chatter and negative self-talk, but your body will take you through it. Your
Yeah.
body will take you through it. It will
And
help you,
that's
it will support you.
and this is exactly what's new and fresh, isn't it? And it's like, because everyday conversations we're having is they so rehearsed often, right?
Mm.
At work, is that, we always often joke around at work, like, every day you come in, it's just, oh, hi, how are you okay? Oh, you look nice, this and that, and we exchange pleasantries, which is lovely, which is nice. It's just, it's something that at that moment gives us fuel to have a pleasant day, but we're so used to it, and it's just, it kind of becomes our normal, right? And we forget, or I don't think I even knew how to do that before. It's just something you completely forget to do, that to allow yourself that freedom to be, to just have that conversation, and without those pleasantries, and sometimes just to look at each other with kind eyes. You don't even have to say much, right? So it just brings you back to yourself. And that brings me to my own space, TrueSelf Reframed, because a lot of Dare to Speak reflects the essence of TrueSelf Reframed, which is exactly that, is that presence, is the authenticity, self-compassion. This is exactly how I encourage everyone, what I do for myself, and I encourage others to also. You okay there? Somebody pat her on the back.
Nobody there, nobody here. I'm fine.
And yeah, and to give yourself basically that safe space to become yourself. So I just wanted to ask you about, obviously, I'm new to coaching. I'm still starting, I'm still learning, and I'm still trying to navigate it. And in my opinion, you did amazingly well as a facilitator of your own program, and I feel like I've learned a lot from you and still learning. So, what do you think you learned about yourself through guiding others on their journey?
I think what I learned about myself that I think my mission is actually to lead those, tribes of people who want to come to Dare to Speak, and to hold space for them. And I learned that I really, really enjoy it, and that, it brings healing for myself, but I know that, my presence is also beneficial for others. I hear that people enjoy my voice, or how I make that safe space for them to arrive in their true self, in their presence, into their essence. So I'm really, happy that I found my purpose. Something in addition to, being a mom, being a wife, my, very important roles, obviously, and something that is more universal, and something that is kind of, bringing back to my communities. This is beautiful. Mm.
Oh,
And
it's amazing.
I'm learning that, I have everything in me, like all of those shades of gray.
Beautiful. Beautiful. And like you say, we assign ourselves roles, obviously, or they're assigned to us, and we identify ourselves with that. But there's always that that little wonder, like, is this it? And am I a mum? Am I, am I a wife? Am I this? Am I that? Is this it? Is there more to it? And when you actually discover, but I strongly believe every single person is here with a purpose, and this is what I want to help people in doing in is that finding their own purpose, because I believe every single one of us has it, and it's so beautiful to find out what it actually is, and to be able to live your life and kind of maybe explore it in every area of your life, right? Because it's not just one thing for you. I'm sure you'll agree. It's not just the speaking, the confidence. It's you can apply it in every area of your life. It just basically gives everything all of a sudden. It makes sense, right?
Imagine how your relations with your beloveds might change by learning how
Absolutely.
to listen, how to be available, how to contain the space for somebody else, especially our children, right? When we have, especially as Slavic Polish people, I don't think we've been told how to do that. And it's not to blame anybody, of course. It's it is what it is, right?
And that's
Mm,
exactly the way it was supposed to be. Yeah.
yeah,
So that we can come out on the other side, right? It
we
makes
can
it
come
that
out.
much, yeah, it makes it that much more beautiful and that much more exciting as well, right? I just wanted to ask you, um, I'm just very curious. Were there any moments in the program that touched you the most? Is there anything that you thought, I'll never forget this moment?
I remember the moment when you got so emotional in being really silent. And even though I didn't know what was coming across your mind, and I had no clue, but I was feeling those emotions with you. I was also very much, tearing up in that moment. And it was such a deep connection for me to be in that moment with you and to share that moment with you.
Oh, funny you should say that. That's exactly my moment. I mean, I remember I'm used to whenever I get emotional, and especially when I talk to other people, I feel the need to explain myself straight away. I feel straight away my brain is telling me, you're making people uncomfortable. pull yourself together now. Come on, this is not the time, not the place. So I was never kind to myself. I would always criticize myself for that, and hurry up, hurry up. Like we used to hear Beksalala, which is something like a crybaby, right? It's our society, Don't get emotional. Don't be emotional. No, it makes people uncomfortable. But actually being in that space, and oh, all of a sudden I realized, oh, I don't have to explain myself. I don't have to say anything. I'm emotional. This is my time. This was my minute. And I allowed myself to feel those emotions, to sit with them. And it was beautiful. And it didn't feel awkward. I didn't feel like I was making you guys uncomfortable. If anything, you all, with your kind eyes, you made me feel very comfortable. And it was just a beautiful program, moment, sorry, and beautiful program. Yeah, it was an amazing moment. So I think I'm going to wrap it up now, because I think we're at the good point. But before we finish, I just wanted to give our lovely viewers, and I think we have quite a few of them, thank you so much, all of you, for turning up. I am honestly so happy that we could do this for you all, and I hope you all got something out of it. I hope some things that we said have resonated with you, and whatever you take out of it, please feel free to share, to reach out. We'll get to that in a minute, but I've got some little reflective prompts for you, our viewers, to do. So I would like to invite you, as you're listening to us, you're here with us. I would like you to do exactly what we were talking about, and just tune in with your body for a second, and just notice what and where in your body resonates with you, what we have said, or anything we have said. Just take a little breath. You can sit at the bottom of that breath for a moment. As I've learned, is a beautiful, beautiful way of kind of grounding yourself and get in touch with yourself, and just to listen to what your body is telling you. And I want you to have a think as you sit there with yourself. What would it feel like to you to trust your own voice instead of judging it? Right? Also, what would self-kindness look like for you today? How can you be kind to yourself today? And let today be a start of something new. Maybe a new area in your life in which you've never allowed yourself to be kind in. But from now on, you might just do that for yourself. And with that in mind, Kamila, I would like to ask you, how do you hope Dare to Speak contributes to more compassionate and conscious world? Dare to Speak and programs like it,
Yeah. I hope that all of us, we quit performing, we quit scripting, and we allow for our authenticity, and we spend more time in the presence with each other, being receptive to each other. I hope for the world to be better listeners, and I think that could actually change the world. that has the very much potential of doing that.
Thank you so much. That was beautiful. Also, could you tell everyone where to find you, how to reach out to you, and how to get on Dare to Speak?
Oh yeah, thank you. You can contact me via Instagram. I have, some links to schedule one-to-one sessions. I am mindful of the fact that everything there is written in Polish, but if you are interested, I mean, especially Asia's community from the UK, if you're interested to form a group and join the Dare to Speak sessions with me. So I facilitate you through the process. So I'm there for you, holding the space, teaching you how to have a soft gaze of kind regard, how to listen, how to be heard and seen. Please do that. I'm very much open. We can then meet on Zoom and have the same sessions that we had together with Joe and the other ladies from Poland. So definitely, yeah. Ping me, leave me a message, leave me a DM, and we can see how this could turn out.
Definitely reach out. If it's something that resonates with you, I'm a walking proof that it's a great program and you won't regret it. I mean, I would never dream of doing live, what is it? Live, yeah. Anything live.
Extreme.
And I'm doing it, guys, and I'm actually loving it and I'm enjoying it. Yeah, so definitely get in touch with Kamila if it's something that resonates with you. And if you need support in guiding you through your own self-discovery, self-transformation journey, please reach out to me. TrueSelf Reframed is just that space. It's there for you, and I'll help you. I will do my best to help you get through all the barriers and all the layers to the core of who you truly are. And together we can discover all the beautiful things about you that you might think are, you might be in conflict with, but actually are there for you to get to know and be kind to and love, right? So thank you so much, everyone. I just want to say hello to everybody. So we got Magda, Boki Bell, Gosha, Kenya, Grant, Tomek, Danilo, Tanis, I'm sorry if I read it wrong. Altaf, nice to see you. She's my uni friend. Mona Zaman, happy there. Imran, Tanya, nice to see you. Um, Miłosz Kmita, Agnieszka, there it is. Ola, Anya, Nirvana, Karina, Ruby, Sergio, and Nalalawi, sorry about that, Daniel, Composer, TC Tron, Train Spotting, Andrew, Robin Jones, Wholesale, I think, Kasia, Gonska, hey, Wahida, Medina, Tina, huh? Oh my God, so lovely of you all to join, honestly. Armand, Radia, thank you so much for your love and support and spread
Thank
the
you.
word. And Kamila, can we do it again?
Absolutely. Anytime. Anytime, Joe.
Please. All right, take care, everyone, and all the best. Thank you,
Take
Kamila,
care.
for coming on.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
Bye-bye. Let me
Bye.
figure out how to end it now.
This is the X.
It's the X. Thank you.